going on? What's good, everyone, everywhere? We're about to another video, man. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share the video out, and do everything else you do for everyone else for your boy as well. Listen, man, look here, man. We got our battle heal, our electric battle heal, man. We got it with the new Razor R. You already know what we got going on. If you didn't check out the stream, man, after that stream, man, I've been doing some testing with league mates outside of friends and whatnot as well outside the league. Did some DPS comps, and I'm actually thoroughly surprised. I've won a couple of them. Others I came like second or third. So I mean, that's understandable. I'm a healer after all. Like, come on now, I shouldn't be winning. But the fact that I'm even contending with these people is insanity to me. So let's just say it's good. It's good, okay? Let's just go ahead and jump into it. Alright, we're going to go over our gear, our mods, our trinket setup, artifact setup, our stats, our augments. Then we're going to jump over to allies and our skill point spec. Then we're going to jump over to our loadout. I'm going to give an iconic or just best of the best and whatever's, best in slot kind of deal. Then I'm going to give a non-iconic, or if you don't have certain iconics, variations as well. Okay. Now, without further ado, gear-wise, all DPS gear. All of it's DPS gear. If you're not using DPS gear in your battle support role, essentially you're wrong. Okay. Like, shout out to Zazo. He was putting me on because I was trying to do like a little hybrid. I was like, man, OBPs are really helping out. I was like, man, should I fully switch to just all DPS? I was trying to like do a DPS weapon, but then like keep like the neck piece, my healers, or keep certain ones. I was trying to mix and match stuff. And then in the midst of me like trying full one way or the other, he was like, you gotta do full DPS for your battle support. That makes sense. I did try it before hearing that. I didn't have the best of luck, but at the same time, I didn't have as many OP pieces, so too. And if you don't worry about it. Just because as more and more the loadout definitely helps you get more comfortable with battle healing. And there's ways if you are needing to heal more, I'll show you that kind of exchange as well. Okay. So, weapon, we're going to do rifle. That's what I like for all my mic base damage. Rifle just has a nice tap ability attack, if you will. It's just a grenade launcher. Does a little lob, does AoE. That last little 10-second pulse right there, that does like 300k. That is from one rifle tap. So keep that in mind. Extra 300k. It's just good. And does more damage. So, AoE. Head mod is going to be Supercharge. Ultimate Supercharge is a paid mod, but you could have got this free back in the day. I'm pretty sure you could still probably get them free if you just had a pre-existing account and you just logged in. You would have got them. That's what happened to me. Just one day I just had them. Didn't spend anything, just had them. But extra 15% is insanity, and because, healing, we're going to do a little bit of IGM 9 here too, spoiler alert, but it's going to help us out tremendously. It's one of the best mods in the entire game. It's just insane. Okay. Neck, escalating might, like I said, we are using our DPS gear, so escalating might, as you see here. Back, accelerate powers. Our supercharge generator and our shields are very, very good, and have them to reset and whatnot is just good. So we use this all the time to just reset them shields. Shields can keep us alive very easily, so good. Penetrating strikes for the chest, it's just the best in the game. Let's keep it a buck. Core strength is not as good. The extra damage is not better than ignoring the defense on your enemies. It scales so high, it's way more than 2% damage. Okay, leg mod. It's going to be our ultimate critical prowess. Yes, it's another quote-unquote paid mod, if you will. You get it from Marketplace or Loading Points, or for free if you had an existing account before. But yeah, extra crit chance for weapon inability is just nice. Our feet, Ultimate Towing Master. You can just use regular Tournament Master. Ultimate, if if you want. There's a new OP item, so might as well throw Ultimate in there. That's how I felt about it. But you gain a shield for the Ultimate version. If you don't have the Ultimate version, your dodge no more vulnerable to interrupt, so that's just good. We're trying to maneuver mechanics. Hands max damage is better than the ultimate version of this. Consistent damage increase compared to an occasional damage increase with a cooldown. You do overall more damage if you average them out. And then affinity mods. Affinity mods type A and B is always going to be your damage mods. Your type C and D are going to be support mods. That's just how it seems to be set up. Type C and D for damage rolls are like dang near non-existent slash very bad. So type A and B, which is going pure might because we are going to be might based DPSing. Type C and D, actually there we got type C mod, we got healing conservation, it's going to help us with our power reduction costs after we use party heal. And then type D mods and pretty much be a little electrogenesis, just an invisible aura around our allies to heal them over time, which is very, very good. Now for our trinket setup, tier 3 mother box pet, our buff trinket if you want to min-max a little bit. If you not getting the gear, of course, I would definitely go ahead and get the vendor version of the buff trinket. It's just going to give you a little bit more oomph just because it's giving you flat out just more might and all that. Then got the emerge signal. I like to throw this in. It's just very good. It's another little pet, and it does actually get buffed if you are using other artifacts that buff pets, so keep that in mind. But it's just really, really good, even at a base level. It's another little like mini backup. It doesn't do as much damage as a backup, full backup per se, but does a lot of damage nonetheless. Then of course we have our own tactical backup, extra damage. Is what we're really using them for here. 10% more damage for 10 seconds. It's on cooldown. We're not really worried about the cooldown because we're only really counting on this to happen once per us using them. And then of course we're having that in the 4th slot, so we can come over and if we need to equip our orbital we can, or supply drop we can, and then switch back. So there's that. For our artifacts, it's very, very simple. Everything has a pseudo duality to it where we're getting an increase in our healing and our damage side. Prime example, transformation card does extra crit chance and damage or magnitude for heals and attack. Gemini, we're really just using for EOG spamming. Get the extra stat buff from our dominance, health, and restoration. Health is going to help us with our might if you have a buff troll, so keep that in mind. But other than that, it's just helping us one, heal the group supercharge, so still EOG spam healer. But 2, healing actual group members, so some of the lack of damage that we're doing is kind of made up for by our Gemini field. So there's that. Omega is just so good, and the fact that it got buffed with the ambush tag on it as well. I was trying to think of the word. Tag on it as well. It's just it's a no-brainer. It was already a no-brainer before, but it's just like you should definitely use this. No questions about it. Okay. Purified Pages of Black isn't, once again, another duality thing. Because yes, it's doing self damage, but we're going to get that reduced for the next one. But yeah, you're getting 30% rest, which is good. 30% defense, which is good because we're going to stay alive, especially with the self damage that's happening. 30% vitalization, which helps us regenerate back our power, which is good for a healer. And then 45% might and incoming healing. So even if we do get low for some reason, we pop our priority heal like one time, we're fully healed. Fully healed. So yeah, and of course we got the reflex stuff with the shield, which is cool, but it's a minor thing that rarely happens. Then we have our Razor's Power Battery. This is a new artifact and it is good. Let's just put it that. It's good. Equilibrium does a lot of damage. You already seen the numbers. Pretty much you're about to hit by 2.6. It does scale with your might. You could technically increase it too with Candle, by the way, just so you know. It scales with ability stuff. So that's why I like Candle works, because ability crit. But yeah, it's kind of odd. nonetheless, if you crit it, yeah, you hit by 2.6. Highest I've hit so far is about 3.854, something like that. So yeah, about 3.854 is what I hit the highest so far. But you're gonna hit like multiple 2.6s, like bam, bam, like back to back. I showcased this on the previous stream. You'll probably see it here in a sec when we do our rotation. But it just hits nicely. Plus, it gives us in the group 10% more damage. Plus, it heals the group. So if we're like slacking or running out of power for some reason, which I've had that happen in content, this will just heal the group. Done deal. 20% of their max health. It's just come on. It's just good. Now, I will say, if you want to do slightly more damage, even though iGemini does do well for healing in our supercharged generation, even of herself, which you can factor in as net damage in a sense, because it allows us to spam our supercharge more often. Um, I will say, if you want to squeeze, just a little, like like when you use that juicer from with your lemons and stuff to get a little bit better lemonade out there. Snatch your current power. You swap that out for iGemini if you just want to do a little bit more damage. Okay, um, it's definitely going to get your numbers up there, but or you could use Candle too if you want. But I just I would just not. I would just not and just say, yeah, it is what it is. Now, if you're on like a boss, you could use like Lamort's card because you're using Omega, which is already kind of crazy in and of itself. So there is that. But yeah, no, those are some alternatives for our stats. We got 1.47 health, about yeah, a million power. Um, Defense about 500k. Might is 821,000. Precision we got 261,000. So you can count to work with. Resto is about 411,000. So a bit lower. But we're still making wonders with that. Now dominance is still good because we got all the OP pieces, but it's about 126,000. So very, very good. We have 515 combo rate. You see what I got. The lowest pieces, as you see here, are the shoulders, of course, and the legs. You see, I am still working on getting my feet fully maxed out. Everything else is like elite, besides the trinket, of course. But yeah, everything else is elite. So keep that in mind. Our actual augments, we're going to be using fully might everything. I feel very comfortable healing a lot of stuff because I'm just been healing for so long. I feel very good at healing. So yeah, healing is not a problem. So get your highest, ideally you get the latest content DLC. Head augments to get them both might. I got all the rings, so there's that. The White Lantern gets you a little more white, so there's that. Then yeah, you just maxed out. 442 is the maxed out rank of the mites or any of the origin augments. So yeah, I got them all maxed out here, so that's good. Then let's head over to allies. So allies is very interesting. So John Constantine is definitely the one I like to always use. Gives extra defenses as well as might and precision to the group. That's going to help us, the defense parts, and help us in our healing. So even though transformation card kind of like makes an auto crit like all the heals dang near, so we don't have to really worry about healing as much as we're already not. This just keeps them alive until we can either generate enough power back or just heal them. So that's good. Plus the extra might and all that's just extra damage. So we're a battle heal anyways. We're already giving buffs of extra damage from artifact, extra damage from EOG spamming and allowing them to hear supercharges. So this is another form to just buff them up even more so and do extra damage. So Flash is just always going to be the best ally in the game right now for support. That is extra 15% stacks with the head augments, extra 30 off red plus iGemini. We're just looking very, very good. And don't even get me started on Black Adam with the power of a 10, bro. the supercharged generator, which does include the Blue Lantern Hope Wave, generates 35% more supercharged only on the first proc of it. The subsequent two combos that you do with the Hope Wave for Blue Lantern does not proc this, so keep that in mind. But it's just still so good and generates so much. It's still worth it. I'm gonna be honest, it's just still worth it. Now, if you don't have that, you could definitely still do something like Static Shock here with the Electric Overcharge. You get more critical ability chance. Or you could definitely do like Static Surge. Now, keep this in mind, this is pretty much like another transformation card. If you are not doing well on the healing side, if you're doing well on the healing side, you can definitely could do Shazam, Power Shazam me, but I would more do, where's that? Satana Out of the Hat, or even Batman Who Last Luck of the Draw. Those would be the other two I would more highly consider, more than, Black Adam if you're want to just push out a little more damage. I've been doing everything in the DPS kind of Black Adam, so it works well for me. You're just getting so much supercharged generation, it's insane. Now, for our actual weapon setup, as you know, I'm just using one as a rifle call today. You just want to unlock it. You're only doing the tap. You could do mastery, but requires you to spend 7 more skill points to do a little bit more damage. The damage is negligible, so there's that. For your movement, I have super speed personally, but yeah, you get your go fast. Then really, if you have over 500 skill points, you just get all your breakout mastery. Okay. If you have over 500, just get all of them, breakout mastery included. You could definitely get a speed drain if you, as a alternative here later in the video. Okay. For iconics, you could do Clown Box alternative as well. Keep that in mind, or even Pheromone Bloom, or even Neo Venom. These are all alternatives. Bat Swarm's another alternative. But what you actually want as your main state is going to be Sunstone Dose Blast, Magma Vortex, Spore Pot, and Nemesis Lasso. Super Strength is one of those things that is very negligible. And in my testing, like years ago at this point, it's like 1,000 extra damage on like weapon taps. But 1,000 even today's high number ranges is nothing. So negligible at best. I do like picking up items and throwing stuff at people, so there's that. Nonetheless, that's all you need out of iconics there. And then for your actual spec, you're going to get superpower focus regardless. I recommend this for everybody unless you are actually precision based. For anyone else across the board, the extra power regen is just too good. Extra might school, extra power helps in their power regenerating because it's based off your total power pool if you didn't know. So there is that. Nonetheless, I would personally, depending on what you're better at, like if you're not good with healing, definitely get your healing crit chance, then magnitude first. If you're already decent healing, then attack chance, attack damage. But nonetheless, you want all your crits first. Okay, do all your crits first. You're at least put 1, 5, 10, 15, then 20 into restoration, health, and might and power. Now, once you have 20 in all of them, I would personally, because I'm comfortable with healing, go to the might and power side to do more damage. Now, when I fully max that out, then I dump everything else into restoration. Now, if I'm already maxed out on here, I will go ahead and put an additional 20 into dominance, skill points and dominance, just to get the extra 4%. It's not a lot of dominance, only 104, yes, but it's still a little helpful, okay? It helps us with our, if you didn't know what dominance does, let me actually show you so you don't think I'm just lying or making something pulling out my butt. It's combined restoration. It does our healing and our shield. So although restoration does do more of the percentage of it, outside of shields, dominance actually does more for shields. It still helps nonetheless. So it is good. But yeah, you dump everything in mind power. Rather leftover restoration call today. For actual loadout, this is the loadout that's been like just doing wonders for me. I'm not gonna lie. I normally start off with Tray 2. That's really been my consensus. When I'm on electric, I start off with Tray 2 a lot. Then I come over Tray 1. But pretty much we got Arc Lightning, Hope Wave, Sunstone Dust Blast, Circuit Breaker, Tesla Ball, Galvanize. Then on Tray 1 we have Omega Beams, Nemesis Lasso, Spore Pod, Life Shield, Empowering Pulse, and Bioelectric Surge. Now, I like to have Empower Pulse, Bioelectric Surge. One, because it's just easier for me to like hit square and triangle, like da-doom, 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 like just run them all, like it just rolls straight for how my finger moves. So it's nice to like quickly clip Empowering Pulse into Bioelectric Surge to get the heals out there. Other than that, it's really a pretty simple and easy rotation. Now, what we're gonna do is, depending on how much supercharge we got, we use supercharge. I normally go Circuit Breaker first. Halfway through Circuit Breaker, aka after I Gemini's, 6 seconds is down, I roughly stop at the halfway point of Circuit Breaker since 15 seconds. So then I pop Sunstone Dust Blast. So I get the extra increase from Circuit Breaker already into Sunstone Dust Blast. Plus get another Gemini proc, as well as everything else proc. So it's just nice. And this, if you didn't know what it does for healers, it does a heal over time. That's that little weird Superman gold icon that hovers over your character sometimes. If you've been in groups with me, I've used this consistently. So it's just nice. Does a heal over time, but still does the initial big multi-million explosion damage. So it's very much a battle eel kind of supercharge. But yeah, the rotation is pretty simple. I typically like to start off everything with Tesla Ball into Galvanize. Do the Hope Wave combo. So let me show you on here. Tesla Ball into Galvanize. Do the Hope Wave combo. And then right after that's done, Tesla Ball still on a cooldown, so I do Arc Lightning into Galvanize since it came back up. Then I swap over. Normally I do Empower Pulse into Bioelectric Surge, Nemesis Lasso, Spore Pod, Life Shield. You're gonna clip these two together. Then by that point, normally Omega Beam is typically up at that point. If it is not, normally you hit another Bioelectric Surge and call it a day. And Omega Beams, and then you come back over, hit the same Tesla Ball and Galvanize, Hope Wave full combo, Arc Lightning, Galvanize, come up. Now you could do Nemesis Lasso into Power Pulse, Bioelectric Surge, and then Spore Pod and that. Hopefully Nemesis Lasso's back up, and then you could do Omega, but that's if you're really trying to spam out Nemesis Lasso like crazy, which is definitely viable for sure. I've done it in more like comp scenarios, but in a typical one, you're just trying to preserve your power a little bit and just still do good damage. It's the first iteration of it, okay? So let me show you what that looks like and the damage numbers that you're going to kind of get off of it, okay? So we're going to clip these two. 1, 2, 3. Get those two over here. Clip out. And actually, we gotta hit that again. 1, 2, 3. See, every time that Omega is golden, we just kind of keep with that pace. 2, 3. We got the 9 mils. We got the 5 mils. We got 9. And because we're able to hit so many supercharges with this too, since we're generating supercharges anyways, it actually gets very absurd. It's very fun though. But you could also do it like this and come over here. Bam, bam. and then you wait to proc that again, do another Nemesis Lasso, just to kind of maximize. So you got a 10 off of that. So these are like DPS comparable ones, but I've always said, even though in the previous DLC, 6 to 8 million per second on these. 6 to 8 million per second in a 10-second parser is good damage. 10 plus, is, especially in the spikes like that, you're not going to consistently 10, that's absurd. But when you're spiking over 10, that is very good damage, like scoreboard, leaderboard, chasing damage. Now, mind you, there's no superchargers. Just keep in mind. Now let's pop this in combat. Now let's pop that. You're still hitting what, 28 million per. I've still done like in 30 million, it's like 38 million, something like that. 36, 38, some in that ballpark million for all of them with the Sunstone Dust Blast. Like it hits hard. Okay, let's just say it hits very hard. Okay, I don't even have card effects. I don't think Circuit Breaker counted for a sec then. Yeah, I think Circuit Breaker didn't count. Nonetheless, yeah, it hits very hard. You kind of see what we're working with here in terms of our loadout. It is very, very good. Now, if you don't have a lot of these, what could you use? Trey, what am I using? You can definitely use Megavolt instead of Sunstone Dust Blast. That's fine. You're just getting more damage out there. You want more damage. Oh, I don't like Megavolt. Use Neovenom. Because now you're just having damage increase on damage increase. That's it. So Neovenom. I don't like Neovenom. It's too long. Cooldown's 45 seconds. Okay, go back 30 seconds. Clownbox. Clownbox actually does pretty decent damage. I'm not gonna lie. It does good damage. It's just you have to wait for it, which is kind of lackluster, if you will. But yeah, maybe. Oh, but Trey, I don't have Sport Pod. I don't have Sport Pod, Trey. What I'm supposed to do is 12 second cooldown. I don't have Sport Pod. Electrocute. Cool. Done. If you're not with that many enemies, I would say Electrogenesis is a very strong die in like 3 enemies or less kind of scenario. But if you have a lot, like 8 enemies or more, cool, Electrocute. You're still going to clip it in with Life Shield. And if Life Shield's not off cooldown, you can Electrocute into Bioelectric Surge. Bioelectric Surge, clip anything in the game outside of literally Exabyte Steel. So yeah, there's that. But Trey, I don't have the White Lantern one, so I don't have Life Shield. Cool. Flux, it's the same thing. Life Shield just heals when it breaks. That's it. So cool. Oh, but Trey, I don't have the Blue Lantern ability, so I don't have Blue here. Okay, Electro Burst actually does comparable, pretty much the same damage that Empower and Pulse does. Empower and Pulse just does a little bit more damage, and it gives you extra 10% might. So you should have Blue Lantern Ring for your healers. I don't know why you don't, for one. 2, you could do Static Push for Hope Wave. I'm being honest, I really don't want to do that, but you could, because you need a Supercharge Generator for the EOG spam aspect of it. If you don't care about the EOG spam aspect of it, you can definitely go like Electrostatic Bomb just for the actual damage profile of it, or like Voltaic Blast for the damage profile of it. That's another thing. Which Voltaic Blast could go here instead of Electro Burst if you want to be more ranged. Don't have to be all melee. But Trey, I don't have Nemesis last one. I don't have Nemesis. Okay, cool. Luminous Beam. Oh, but Trey, I don't have the White Lantern abilities either. Oh, okay, cool. Go back to Voltaic Blast and put in Electrostatic Bomb here. Cool. You get Omega with the artifact, so you have no excuse. It's literally accessible to any and everybody right here. Battle Heal. Hello. Well, what's the next excuse, guys? What's the next excuse? Like, oh, keep in mind, I did misspeak a little bit. Electrogenesis, you can't use because you're in healer role. I was thinking more damage based stuff, so you can't use it. But look, I went ahead and did put electrocute in there, so you're not using electrogenesis anyways. Look at that, it's perfect. Good throw on here too, perfect. But I will say, if you're using this and not using static push, then you change your ally over to one of the other ones I said, like Batman Laughs, Zatanna, uh, where's some of the other ones? Static. Static's the other one. I'll more use static, personally speaking. But yeah, that's it. Now you're not gonna do as much damage by any stretch of that imagination. But yeah, you'll do something comparable. You hit in the 4 mils, 5 kind of deal. That's still fine. Because Omega still hits hard as crap. Arc Lightning still hits very, very hard. Because it hits harder than Scintillating Blast, for example. Voltaic Blast is comparable to Scintillating Blast, so keep that in mind. Electrostatic Bomb does the same dot damage as Magma Vortex, for example. Electrocute is very good splitting wise for like high groups of enemies. It just doesn't do the most for low amount of enemies, like 1, 2, 3. But like 5 plus, it actually does more. Electro Burst is literally in power and pulse, but just a slightly less damage. It doesn't give you a might buff. Yeah, that's literally it. I mean, yeah, you will be losing out on like Sunstone Dust Splash, which is crap. But you could definitely, if you have Bat Swarm, use that then. If you don't have neither, then I would highly recommend just Pheromone Bloom. It's a nice, just like, quick. It actually is like pretty high damage. In all honesty, it does a lot of very high damage. You do a quick burst heal and you knock back enemies and stun them. So it's cool. You only stun based on like your dominance. So keep that in mind too. Nonetheless, you could do speed drain too. If you just like want to do some damage over time, slow down their movement, cool. Pheromone does, if it crits, it does more damage. If it doesn't crit, speed drain does more damage. So keep that in mind. Unless Surgeon Bear is not worth it for Battle Heal, so keep that in mind too. Nonetheless, yeah, that is about it. That is my battle healer, if you will. Without further ado, you see the numbers we're working with. It's comparable to DPS numbers, and at times have even beaten out DPS numbers just because the amount of supercharges I can personally spam, and the fact that I am EOG healing myself is and buffing myself is actually fancy. So I'm getting myself an extra 10% might here, but because of Razor, I'm also giving an extra 10% damage increase. Got a crazy amount of stats, like 45% might increase there. We got more health, 5%. That's going to help us out with our might conversion if we have a battle troll in the group. So there's that. Depending on what ally config I'm using, maybe I get the extra crit chance here or extra 5% might. Maybe I'm doing Zatanna, I do the extra 10% might, or crit chance here. So I mean, there's just so many combinations. Maybe I'm just doing static, so I'm popping up some supercharge extra 6%. Crit chance is gonna be really, really good. Yeah, it's just all these are just so good. Like, you're buffing up yourself in a group to such a degree. You're EOG spamming, you're doing damage, you're healing. This is literally like an all-in-one. The only thing you're not doing is giving out power. And I'm gonna be honest, you can do that too. One of my league mates said it's bugged, but at least in the past, word of power, you'll give the group power. And it electrifies enemies too. So it's gonna help that PI interaction a little bit as is as well. The actual damage of it is kind of crap. I actually think Pheromone might do more damage than that when it crits. So that's actually kind of crazy. Nonetheless, you can give out power like that. So like literally, you could be every role in the game with this build. It's crazy. It's so good. It's so fun too. I just keep using this, even when they're like, "Oh, I need a damage." I just use this. No one complains. what people first complained, and they're like, "How's the healer doing that much damage?" And everyone else like, "Well, he is EOG spamming too, so I'm not complaining." And then the one guy or whoever was saying it before, it normally just shuts up when they keep looking at the scoreboard. So, hey man, without further ado, y'all be safe, y'all be easy, y'all take care. Gave you the variations, gave you all the loadouts, gave you some, some tips as how you utilize it. Oh, if you are, let's say you're just like straight getting crapped on left, right, and center, and this is your existing loadout, I would say definitely still use Tesla Ball into Galvanize because you want the supercharged interaction of this. Use your Sunstone Dust Blast just for the healing over time, and then ideally you're going to use some Power Balls and a Biolich Surge, and then keep spamming your Biolich Surge. Use your shield whenever you have it available, and just utilize kind of these three abilities here, and then Sunstone Dust Blast, Tesla Ball, Galvanize. And if everything is like kind of okay, or a little bit of damage over time from Galvanize here, or healing over time, I mean, from Galvanize, then just start spamming out Hope Wave because the third one does heal. So keep that in mind as well. And then Arc Lightning. So you essentially you keep Trey 2's existing combination, but then you use Trey 1's Power Impulse into Bioelectric Surge. Then you do Life Shield into Bioelectric Surge, and then come back to Trey 2. And then at that point, hopefully you have the Sunstone Dust Blast ready to go, or you just pop another Hope Wave to kind of proactively help the oncoming damage that's hopefully, timing wise, you just accounted for. But yeah, hopefully that made sense to everybody. Hopefully y'all are able to test this out. Let me know in the comment section down below, how did you feel about it? Was there any criticism you had on it? Maybe you want to try a different variation or different loadout. Go ahead, let me know in the comment section down below. Without further ado, y'all be safe, y'all be easy, y'all take care. Peace and shalom, everyone, everywhere. Keep it. Stay tuned for the giveaways, because I am just about to announce and record the giveaway winners for a Sunstone Dust Blast. Then we got our Nemesis Lasso, and then I will be doing a Bat Swarm after that, and a premium reward box as well after that. Style contests are also on the way.